Have you ever wondered why something that once felt effortless now requires more care? And whether that change is a problem or an invitation to do things better? After 60, your body isn't broken. It's wiser. It responds best to respect, patience, and smart choices. Sexual health, including masturbation, can still be a positive, confidence-building part of life when it's approached safely. Think of it like exercise. The goal isn't to push harder, it's to move smarter. One of the biggest mistakes people make is rushing. What used to warm up quickly now needs time. Blood flow takes longer to build, nerves are more sensitive, and skin is thinner. When you hurry, you increase the risk of irritation, soreness, or small injuries that heal more slowly with age. Slowing down isn't weakness, it's strategy. Let arousal build naturally. Breathe. Let your body catch up to your intention. Another common mistake is ignoring dryness. Hormonal changes, common medications, and simple dehydration can reduce natural lubrication. Friction is not a test of toughness, it's a warning sign. Using a quality lubricant isn't a failure, it's smart self-care. Water-based options are gentle and widely tolerated. Adequate hydration throughout the day also matters more than most people realize. Small choices add up to big comfort. The third mistake is using excessive pressure. Sensation can change with age, and the instinct is to press harder to feel something. That often backfires, leading to numbness or tenderness that lingers. Lighter touch, varied rhythm, and mindful attention to sensation protect nerves and keep pleasure responsive. As the book Come As You Are reminds us, context and attention shape experience as much as physical contact does. There's also a mental piece many overlook. Stress, guilt, or unrealistic expectations can tighten the body and dull sensation. Masturbation should never feel like a performance review. It's a private moment of relaxation and connection with yourself. Let go of comparisons to the past. This is a different chapter, not the end of the story. In The Body Keeps the Score, we're reminded that the nervous system responds best to safety and calm. That applies here too. Finally, listen to your body the next day. Mild fatigue is normal, pain is not. If something doesn't feel right, give yourself rest. If discomfort persists, a healthcare professional can help. No shame, no drama. Sexual health is health, period. Aging doesn't take away pleasure, it asks for wisdom. Slow down. Use support where needed. Be gentle with pressure. And treat your body like the partner it has always been, one that deserves care, patience, and respect. Healthy sexual activity after 60 isn't about chasing youth. It's about supporting the body you have right now. When arousal happens, blood flow increases, not just to one area, but throughout the body. That gentle rise in circulation helps keep blood vessels responsive, supports heart health, and reminds the nervous system how to relax and engage at the same time. It's similar to a light walk or stretching session, not intense, but deeply beneficial when done consistently and without pressure. There's also a powerful effect on the brain. Sexual stimulation releases dopamine and oxytocin, chemicals linked to motivation, calm, and emotional balance. After 60, when stress, loneliness, or sleep issues can creep in, this natural chemical boost can improve mood and reduce tension. Many people notice they sleep better, feel more grounded, and carry less anxiety afterward. That emotional lift feeds directly into confidence, not just sexual confidence, but a broader sense of still being alive, capable, and connected to your body. Confidence matters more than most people realize. When you maintain a respectful, healthy relationship with your own sexuality, it sends a quiet but important message to the brain: this body still works with me, not against me. That mindset carries into daily life, how you stand, how you speak, how you engage with others. After 60, sexual well-being isn't a luxury or an indulgence. It's one of the ways you reinforce circulation, emotional balance, and self-respect, all at the same time. As the body ages, the tissues become more sensitive and less forgiving of force. Skin thins, elasticity changes, and nerves respond differently than they did decades ago. Gentleness isn't about reducing pleasure. It's about protecting the very systems that allow pleasure to exist. When touch is softer and more intentional, the nervous system feels safe, and safety is what allows sensation to deepen rather than shut down. Pacing matters just as much. After 60, arousal often builds more slowly, and that's not a flaw, it's biology. Giving your body time to warm up allows blood flow to increase naturally and evenly, reducing strain on delicate tissue. When you rush, the body may not be fully prepared, which can lead to discomfort or lingering soreness. Slowing the pace lets sensations spread instead of spike, creating a fuller, more satisfying experience. Gentle pacing also trains awareness. You begin to notice subtle sensations that were easy to overlook when everything moved faster. Small changes in pressure, rhythm, or breathing become meaningful. This kind of attentiveness keeps nerves responsive and reduces the risk of numbness or overstimulation. Over time, the body learns that pleasure doesn't come from intensity alone, but from consistency and care. There's a deeper benefit here, too. When you move gently and patiently, you reinforce trust with your body. That trust lowers tension, improves relaxation, and makes future experiences easier and more comfortable. After 60, the goal isn't to prove anything. It's to create an experience your body is happy to repeat. Gentleness and pacing make that possible. Hydration plays a much bigger role than most people realize. As the body ages, it holds on to less water, and even mild dehydration can affect skin elasticity, circulation, and sensitivity. When the body is dry, tissues become less flexible and more prone to irritation. Drinking enough water throughout the day supports blood flow and helps tissues respond more comfortably to touch. This isn't about chugging water all at once, but about steady hydration as a daily habit that quietly protects comfort and safety. Lubrication is just as important, and there's no reason to treat it as optional. Hormonal shifts, common after 60%, often reduce natural moisture, even in people who never had this issue before. Many medications for blood pressure, cholesterol, depression, or allergies can add to dryness without you realizing it. Using a gentle lubricant reduces friction, protects sensitive skin, and allows sensation to feel smooth instead of sharp or abrasive. It's not a shortcut, it's maintenance, the same way you might oil a hinge so it moves freely instead of grinding. Medications themselves deserve attention. Some drugs affect nerve sensitivity, blood flow, or arousal timing. Others can delay sensation or make it feel uneven. That doesn't mean something is wrong with you. It means your body is responding to chemistry. Being aware of this helps you adjust expectations and pace. You may need more time, lighter touch, or more support than before. Ignoring these changes and pushing through discomfort only increases the risk of irritation or injury. When hydration, lubrication, and medication effects are respected, the experience becomes safer and more predictable. The body feels supported instead of challenged. Comfort improves, recovery is quicker, and pleasure feels cleaner and more relaxed. After 60, paying attention to these details isn't being overly cautious. It's how you work with your body instead of against it. Mindset quietly shapes everything the body experiences. After 60, stress, worry, and self-judgment can interfere with sexual well-being far more than physical changes ever could. When the mind is tense, the body follows. Muscles tighten, breathing becomes shallow, and blood flow shifts away from pleasure toward protection. Even with perfect technique, a stressed nervous system struggles to respond. That's why mental state isn't a side issue, it's central. Many people carry unspoken pressure into these moments. Thoughts like, will this still work? Or why am I not feeling what I used to? Pull attention out of the body and into performance mode. The brain starts monitoring instead of feeling. Pleasure fades not because the body can't respond, but because the mind won't let it relax. Letting go of goals, especially the idea that there's a right outcome, creates space for sensation to return naturally. Stress also changes how the brain processes touch. When cortisol is high, sensitivity drops and irritation increases. This is why calm, slow breathing matters. A few deep breaths before and during the experience signals safety to the nervous system. Safety tells the body it's okay to open, respond, and enjoy. As many mindfulness-based approaches explain, attention without judgment often restores sensation better than force ever could. There's also the emotional layer. Aging can bring loss, loneliness, or shifts in identity that quietly affect sexual confidence. Treating masturbation as a moment of care rather than escape reframes it completely. It becomes a time to reconnect, not to prove anything. When the mind is kind and present, the body responds with less resistance and more comfort. After 60, sexual well-being improves when stress is lowered and expectations soften. Pleasure doesn't disappear with age. It becomes more sensitive to the environment of the mind. Calm, acceptance, and curiosity create the conditions where the body can do what it still knows how to do. One of the most important skills after 60 is learning to recognize quiet warning signs before they turn into real problems. The first mistake is ignoring discomfort and pushing through it. Mild awkwardness can be normal, but sharp pain, burning, or lingering soreness is not something to tough out. The body heals more slowly with age, and small irritations can become longer-lasting injuries if they're dismissed. When something doesn't feel right, stopping and giving yourself time to recover an act of intelligence, not weakness. Another common mistake is repeating the same pattern every time. Using the same grip, pressure, speed, or position day after day can overload the same nerves and tissues. Over time, this can reduce sensitivity or create tenderness that makes future experiences less enjoyable. Variety protects the body. Small changes in rhythm, hand position, or pacing distribute stimulation more evenly and keep nerves responsive. The body thrives on balance, not repetition taken to extremes. The third mistake is separating sexual health from overall health. Poor sleep, high stress, low physical activity, and unmanaged medical conditions all affect circulation and nerve function. Masturbation doesn't exist in isolation from the rest of your life. Gentle movement, regular walking, light strength training, and good sleep hygiene all support safer, more comfortable sexual experiences. When the body feels supported overall, it responds better in intimate moments. Avoiding these mistakes isn't about fear. It's about awareness. Listening to your body, changing patterns when needed, and respecting recovery time keep pleasure sustainable. After 60, the goal isn't just momentary sensation, but long-term comfort and confidence. When you work with your body instead of pushing against it, sexual well-being becomes something you can enjoy safely, consistently, and without regret.